it's a long road. I'm not saying I'm great now, but I'm saying I could be one day if I keep sticking to this grind. You know what I'm talking about? It's easier to think you're famous. It's harder to work for greatness. These kids nowadays get prevalence to the latest. So if the party started 8ish, I'm coming like next to.
What up, everybody? Welcome back to the J Team Brand Podcast. Josh is out here with Douglas Ellerman.
It's Janice Madai with Douglas Ellerman, and I'm going to introduce my friend over here, IGee Experience, right?
Yes. Yes.
Please introduce yourself. Tell us about you, and what is that.
What is
What
IG?
is IG, right? Tell us about you. Let's start off there.
My name is IGee Experience. I am 23 years old and I am a digital content creator living in New York City. I love to have a good time. I love food. I love people. I love to write. I enjoy creating digital content, and I'm very excited to be here with you guys.
And he's very damn good at it too.
I'm so excited.
We'll make sure to drop that.
I saw that you have a nice little strong social media following.
Oh, thanks.
Nice. So you said you live in New York City. So were you born here, or did you move here? Like, where are your origins from?
I wish I was born here, but I am originally from Nigeria.
Okay.
My brother
I
from
grew up in the
Nigeria.
city, Lagos, Nigeria. I went to school there
Okay.
for about 13 years of my life, and I moved to the United States when I was turning 15.
15?
Yes. Okay. And originally we were supposed to live in New York to my knowledge, but my mother hates it here so much, so somehow we ended
My
up
mom
in
too,
Virginia.
so it's fine.
Yeah, just terrible decision, but Virginia was okay.
Virginia was the first choice.
It was good for my mother's first choice.
Gotcha.
She's very special.
So how long were you in Virginia for?
I was there for maybe 5 years, 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
I finished high school, then I took a gap year, and I moved here for college. I knew what I wanted to do, but college was sort of an excuse to let them.
Yeah.
To let you know, get out here.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
So to kind of like touch on that, so I know IG through my sister. I believe you guys went to St. John's together, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And I actually met him, I can't remember, I think it was when I was starting my business.
Okay.
My sister gave me your contact information because you were doing photography at the time.
Right.
Yeah, and that's kind of how like we connected, and we didn't reconnect until like recently.
Later, yeah.
Yeah. So, and
Via email.
I mean, so tell us about like, first of all, what brought you to New York? And what was kind of like your mindset of what you wanted to do career-wise or work-wise, or to kind of like, expand yourself here in this big city? Like what were the steps to that? What made you do that?
It seemed as though, well, I started blogging when I was in Virginia, and most of that was me contributing for other media outlets. And with what I was doing, there was no way to move forward in Virginia because they don't exactly.
It's not the biggest opportunity state.
Yeah, it's not the biggest opportunity state. Exactly.
It's definitely not the biggest opportunity state.
No.
Let's just be honest. It's alright.
Exactly. And with the rise of Instagram and social media, it just seemed as though everything that I wanted to be doing was happening here. And I really wanted to come here. So I convinced my parents to let me come to school in New York City. St. John's University was my way. But coming to school, I knew that I wanted to work in fashion. Wasn't sure what I wanted to do or how I was going to do it. I just wanted to be around. So as soon as I got here, I got an internship contributing for another magazine, and then that turned into 2 magazines, and it turned into 3 magazines. And I was covering women's wear, beauty, makeup, menswear, all of the above. I didn't know that I specifically wanted to cover menswear, personal style, travel, all that stuff. I just wanted experience. So that started with magazine, and then I transitioned into digital marketing, and all of what I learned there sort of set the foundation for what I was ultimately going to do, which
And we're gonna get to the present day stuff because you have a lot going on.
Thank you.
That's when I talk to you, and
Thank
it's
God.
really amazing to see your growth.
Thank you.
So we're definitely gonna get to that.
Yeah.
I guess my next question is kind of like, how did you grow your following? Because and what do you consider yourself? Like, what would you call yourself? So if somebody asks you, IGee, what do you do? Or what is your career? What is your profession? What do you say to them?
I'm a digital content creator.
Okay. And they say, oh, well, elaborate. Because I know when
Yeah.
people give me titles, I'm like, what does that mean? Like, I need more, you know?
So if you are creating content, it's you think of magazines like Vogue, and you look at what they do, which they're putting up videos on YouTube every week.
Okay.
They are coming up with magazines, curating articles, pitching stories to brands for them to buy, to show to all of us to consume.
Right.
And that is pretty much what I do, but on my
So a lot of
own
the
and for
marketing side of
myself.
things.
Nice.
Yes, so there's a lot of marketing, there's a lot of pitching, there are a lot of meetings, there are a lot of emails, there's a lot of traveling, a lot of
Sounds like a
directing,
fun life.
producing,
Right.
Aside from the
styling.
emails.
Right.
So to be clear,
it's,
IG runs his own business.
Right, so it's just me running my own business, and currently I'm doing everything as my own leader, but thankfully I work with a group of people who allow me to flourish in the way that I have, so I'm very thankful for.
Nice.
At what point did you know that you were on this, like, I guess, business path for entrepreneurship on your own? Because obviously you said you've done some projects for like Vogue magazine, and it was like, you know, those are secure, I guess, settings.
Sure.
At what point you was just like, all right, it's time to jump on, I can do this on my own and create for everyone?
I actually never realized that I could do it on my own. I graduated from college, and before I graduated, I had significant experience in digital marketing. After graduation, got another job in digital marketing, and I just sort of realized that I didn't want to be there. And I quit, and it was sort of like, oh, what am I going to do next? And I thought to myself, so you've been blogging for what, almost 4 years now? Now is your time to do it full time. You just graduated, take a stab at it and see how it works. And I did it, and thankfully, you know, it just sort of
So
worked
do you
out.
have a team behind what you do? Like, is it a digital marketing creating team? Like, is it, because I mean,
Sure, I mean,
Sure.
yeah,
army.
I like, it's a little bit of both. So I do most of the work. I do the pitching, I'm the one in the meetings, I'm
Okay.
the one on emails. I've had managers in the past, but they haven't done much except for negotiate, you know, fees, or,
Okay.
you know, they tell me where to be and at what time, but, you know, everything behind the scenes I handle myself, and I also try to help discover, bring up new talent with photographers and videographers, so I would consider those people a part of my team, but, you know, not full time. Yeah, for
Right.
sure.
Yeah,
So
ultimately, like
that's-
contracting them.
Right, like, it is a team effort, but,
That's
most
gotta be
of
a
the
lot,
time,
though.
trust me, honey, I don't know how I'm still alive.
And I mean, and look at him. Like, I'm just like, you just look like you do this effortlessly.
Thank you.
Like every time
We try
I see you,
to.
you're always very
Try
well
to.
put together, very well spoken, and I'm just like, you're doing this all by yourself.
Thank you.
I mean, we need a team behind
So
us.
aside from making this look so easy, like
Yeah.
what are some of the struggles that you feel like you come across a lot in this industry? I mean, because we all run into them, right? I mean, in real estate, it's all about being patient and hard work behind the patience.
Right.
Like, what are some of your struggles you feel like in this industry that you had to overcome, and something that maybe you're still learning to overcome?
Definitely discipline and understanding that, you know, I think a lot of people think that it's so easy, it's so glamorous, and I think it's because just in fashion generally, we do a great job of glamorizing everything.
end product.
That,
Yeah.
and because it's the end product and it's all that people see, but to get to that, there are a lot of loopholes that you have to, you know, jump through. You know, challenges, I would say discipline. I think you start and you think that things are supposed to come to you when you are actually supposed to work your hardest to achieve what you want to achieve. And you know, you get a manager or things start to work out for you and you sort of think, you know, okay, I'm good now, you know what I mean? You know, things are going to come to me, but I think just trying to find ways to continue to stay relevant in this space is a challenge in itself. Being a black man, first of all, being
Speak
a
on
black
it.
man who has one significant style that is not exactly trendy in this space. You know, my brand or what I've managed to achieve has not been through, you know, flip-flopping or, you know, going with what everyone else is doing. So just doing that and trying to maintain that and trying to have my own perspective in everything that I'm supposed to be doing is a challenge. But I mean, it's all good, you know. I think that everyone deals with it in every professional
Ultimately, this is
industry.
what you want.
Right. You know, I don't think that anything is actually that hard. I think what's hard is actually maintaining what you're doing and trying to top yourself every time. That's the challenge. Trying to find out what your purpose is trying to find out what you can do to continue to inspire people and inspire yourself. But I think I'm doing a great job of that, so it's good.
And
Sure.
Yeah.
so I wonder, like, what type of, you know, support system, what type of friends do you have around you that kind of keep you, you know, kind of level-headed and keep you going and inspire you to keep this going?
Mhm.
Because I think that that's very important. I know
For
for me,
sure.
my family is the biggest. They're
Yeah.
my biggest support system. So who's your support system?
First and foremost, my family. We have a group chat and we talk every day.
Same.
So it's
I think that sounds
fantastic.
like a
It's-
Nigerian thing. Like that's
For
what we
sure,
do.
we
It's
have to. They
crazy.
talk about
It's hilarious.
everything. So that first and foremost, God, my journal, that keeps me very sane.
Now, what do
Support
you put in your
system,
journal?
a lot of things. I wake up thinking. I never wake up and my mind is blank, and I wake up at 5:30 in the morning every day. So I wake up thinking and I just write down all my thought processes. My friends, I have really great friends. I like people who are just authentic, people who have goals and are very persistent
Amen to
as it
that.
pertains to accomplishing
Vision.
those goals. And then other figures that I aspire to be like, you know, Tom Ford and Jeff Goldblum and people like Victoria Beckham who are just sort of, you know, they're walking their own path.
Yeah.
And I wake up and I listen to podcasts and I make sure to just always take notes with things
So
that
you'll be
they have
listening
to
to
say.
artists,
So
right? That's the
absolutely.
Gotta
Yes.
consume, man, that's
Yes.
right. And you gotta put yourself
I'm
out there.
aware.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And so let's talk currently.
Currently,
What do you have going on? What can we see? What can we expect?
what can
You
we see?
know.
What can we expect? Well, I've been blogging for almost 5 years now, and I think it's been great. And I was telling you last time I saw you, and I am currently working on doing more behind the scenes work, like producing and directing.
Okay.
So this goes from short films to possible TV shows. So that's what I'm working on doing, and that's what I want my next path to be. And maybe you will see me on TV or something. We'll
I'm
see.
excited.
There are a lot of things that I'm trying to put into fruition, so I'm hoping that everything.
And now's the time.
Right.
I mean, we have all these
For sure.
platforms, right?
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
we no longer have to like go to the higher ups for a break to
Right.
get into filming or anything like that. But yeah, no,
You
I
just have to
get
get
that.
people to support it.
Exactly.
You
That's
believe in
probably the hardest part, I
that.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think with your charisma and your
Oh,
energy,
yeah.
that's-
The hardest
that's
part,
what you
but
got.
it's so much more, you know, you enjoy it more when you do get it, and it's more fruitful, I think.
Absolutely.
And then brands. Are there any brands that you're working with, working
Brand.
on?
Well, I have a year's partnership with a brand named Carl F. Booker. They are a Swiss-based brand, and they are celebrating their 100th anniversary actually this year. So, pretty amazing. My favorite people to work with. We're like a family, so that's
Awesome.
pretty fantastic.
And what are they? You said it's a Swiss-based brand.
Yes.
And
And
what
what's
are
the
they?
brand?
What's the
Yeah.
brand?
Carl F.
Clothing?
Booker. Watch, wristwatches.
Wristwatches.
Yeah, I remember you
Okay.
showing me
Nice,
last
nice.
Yeah, they're great, and I honestly really love working with them. They are pioneers for watchmaking
That's awesome.
all over the world, so it's nice to be in that midst. I recently connected with brands like Nordstrom, which they're pretty great.
Nordstrom is pretty known.
They just opened their first menswear store actually.
Yes, they
Last
did.
month
That
or
was a
2
big.
months ago.
Where is that?
In
Located.
Columbus Circle, around that area,
Okay.
Upper East Side.
Yeah, that's like a big deal.
Big deal. I think it's 3 floors.
Because it's
Three
actually
floors,
the
4
first
floors.
Nordstrom
So-
store in New York City, because there's Nordstrom Rack, but there's not like the actual like store.
Right.
So this is, that's like, no, in fact, like that's a big
It's
deal.
huge, at least for men.
Yeah.
Just because there's not a lot of money and budgeting going into menswear, men's style, and the fact that they are pioneering that is pretty amazing, I
It's strictly
think.
just men's
So
store.
that store is strictly just men's.
Oh,
but, you know.
well.
You can go there, shop for your future boyfriend, all of that. Your brother and all of that.
Yeah, that's true.
Fashion Week is coming up. Might be doing some exciting work.
Oh my god, I hope to see you, because I really want to be
You will
involved
see
this
me.
year. You
Yes.
should go.
Oh my gosh. it'll be really great.
I know.
Fingers
Excited.
crossed, but keep
Okay.
your eyes out for that. And then everything else is sort of, I have a holiday campaign with Lab Series
Oh,
coming out
yeah,
later
yeah.
this year.
Lab Series.
Skincare.
It's a
Oh, okay.
men's skincare
Skincare.
brand, and yeah, I'm really excited for that. So
Holiday
That's a
campaign,
lot of
like,
work,
what would that,
man.
so it's just
That's
gonna come
awesome.
out like
you will
during.
see.
I'm
I'm very excited.
I know, this is good.
Thank
This
you.
is good.
Thank you.
Very
And
nice.
you built your brand in how
In my
long?
college dorm.
In your dorm?
That's where it started. Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
And when you first started blogging, out of curiosity, you were blogging in the fashion industry already, or was it just blogging?
I was blogging from Virginia. So I started off with Lookbook, do you know what that is?
I do know what
So
it is.
great,
Yeah.
awesome. So started off with Lookbook and then transitioned to Tumblr. And then I saw that the bloggers who I was following at that
Yes.
time were starting their own websites, but I was maybe 14. So I'm like, oh, that's so cool, you know? I didn't know that I wanted to blog, I just sort of wanted to be
Yeah.
a part of the community or just
Okay.
engage in that way. Blogging was never something I sought out to do, it's just something I ended up in thanks to my mother who sort of forced me to just, I hear you working for people and writing for other people, so
No,
I'm gonna
that's
pay for
right,
this
that's right, your
website.
mentality.
And you will write on it and you need content by this time, and I started and I loved it
Great.
and I continued. And I continued all through college,
So,
part-time.
Do you have a vlog alongside?
I
with your
don't have a blog, I can't do those, it's so hard for me.
Wait,
I
you
mean-
have the character for it.
I was
I mean,
gonna
Oh,
say, I
thanks.
just-
Simple transition.
Oh my gosh, thank you. So I've always said that if I was not blogging, writing, or creating digital content, I would not have social media.
no
Because
way.
I'm not someone who just picks up a camera and starts talking and
Yeah.
engaging with people in that way. But I will start,
Got to.
I feel like IGTV
Social
was
media.
made for me.
I mean,
I mean,
hello.
social
You
media.
can't
IGTV,
take it, come
exactly.
on.
Right, right. So I will take on that. Not sure I would do vlogs, but I would do more produced content.
Produce content. Not
Yes.
No,
Not bad. I
hey,
mean,
that's
it's-
what's gonna separate it from
More
everything
produced
else.
content. I would actually be doing something similar like this, where I get together creative people who I admire and love, and will
Good.
introduce them to the rest of the world. Yeah,
I like
I
it.
like
should be
the
fun.
idea.
Yeah,
I like it.
And maybe I'll
you're,
be doing
you're
it with
in
a
the
friend.
industry.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
I
We'll
like
see.
it, I like it.
Trying to get that
Oh,
TV
wait, is this
spot.
friend
So,
one?
I'm sorry.
You said, wait, I caught that, you said a friend.
Yes, I will be doing it with a friend.
Oh,
Is it a friend
okay.
I know?
Yes, of
Oh,
course.
okay, I
Yeah.
know who you're talking about.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It makes it easier
That, I
too.
can
Yeah.
see that,
Yeah,
okay.
very excited.
Nice, good for you
Time
guys.
to create more opportunity for us.
Yeah.
I think.
100%.
Yeah, you know.
I
And
agree.
this is, this is why we kind of started this, and it's like, we want to be able to bring this platform, like I told you, to people that are entrepreneurs, business people, influencers,
Right.
branding, because that is all a business. If you're making money off of it, it's a
Right.
business,
It's a
you know what I'm
business.
saying?
Agree, agree.
So, but we want people to know, like, hey, like, just because you struggle for a second, don't give up on that.
And you will struggle.
Oh, you will
It's
struggle.
guaranteed. It comes
Absolutely.
along
You know,
with
you
it.
gotta be
Right.
able to handle those struggles.
When I quit my job in
Definitely a roller
digital
coaster.
after graduation, it was just, I was so scared. I didn't know. I knew I wanted to blog full time, but
Mhm.
at that time I wasn't making enough money where I just could do it full time.
Yeah.
But and obviously I struggled for a bit just with where I was going, what I was doing, I had to go about certain things. But I think I've living proof that if you put your mind to something and you just believe,
That's
eventually
that.
you will figure it out, right?
And you came, look, and you came into New York City late.
I was gonna say,
No
yeah.
late. Very late. Just
So-
into the blogging game, very late.
Yeah.
But
But look at you now. I mean,
It's
I'm
going.
always amazed. If
Oh,
anybody
thank
gets
you.
a chance to look at his Instagram, I mean, every
Yeah,
picture
that's
is perfection.
read the blog too.
Read the blog. Like it's amazing,
Yes.
and I'm impressed.
Thank
I
you.
would say.
Thank you.
So-
That makes me happy.
But is there anything that you want to leave our viewers with? Your viewers, just something
Yeah, 'cause this is
either
going out on all
inspirational or
platforms, so
something
just
you think
remember
people should know. Yeah.
Don't get nervous.
Maybe words of inspiration with, just go
That's
after
what
what
we
you
love to
want.
do.
It's like, just like Nike, just do it.
Just do
You know
it.
what I mean?
I like it.
And
I like it.
it might sound very simple, but really, just do it. I think that a lot of people all the time always want advice for where they are going to go, but I found personally with everything I've been able to do, if you just do something and you're passionate about what you're doing, it's going to lead you places. Do that, be the kindest person you can be, and be open
Yes.
to loving and meeting other people. in collaboration forms.
Love it.
You know, so
Love it.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
go
it.
ahead and drop your information.
Yeah, drop
Where
your
we'll
information.
add it.
all that, your
How do you
website,
reach
everything you have going.
you can follow me on Instagram at IGee Okafor, IGeeOkafor. You can read the website IGeeOkafor.com, and you know.
That's a staple name, man.
Oh, thank you.
Seriously, you got
That name is
Maybe you'll
serious.
see it on clothing one day.
Hey.
So-
And
Hey.
IG is really your name.
Yes,
Exactly.
I know.
IG,
I was
amazing.
Instagram
That's
before
cool.
Instagram was Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's so funny when I tell
Put it out
people
there,
my
man.
name is IG and they go like Instagram. I'm like, yeah, but I was
Before
there
that.
before, but it's okay. Yeah.
It's okay, you get the
so
pass,
funny.
you get a pass.
Right.
Love it. Well, thank you for joining
Thank
us.
you for having
Absolutely,
me.
for joining
Oh my
us
gosh.
at the
Definitely
JT
can't wait to
brand.
see, you know, your progress and
Thank
what
you.
you do.
You'll have me back.
Yes,
Yeah.
oh,
Maybe
absolutely.
3 months from now.
100%. We
Yeah.
definitely want to have you back. And
Oh,
we
thank
want to hear
you.
what you got going on.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All
Thanks,
right.
IG, appreciate you.
Thank
you guys for
you.
And
joining
as
us.
always, man, thank you guys for listening to us at the
Yes.
JT Brand Podcast. And as always, please post your comments, like, share,
Support.
and support, man. We appreciate you guys so much. Love
Peace.
y'all. Peace.
Thank you.
It's easy to think you famous, it's harder to work for greatness. These kids nowadays give prevalence to the latest. So if the party started 8ish, I'm coming like next to